Hi friends, I'm Lisa, and today I'm excited to be launching a whole new series for Small Kids Big God. It is devotionals for moms. And I wanted to do some devotions for moms because I feel like I want to share light and truth and goodness and put something out there on YouTube that is beautiful, just a few minutes that moms can take each week to just experience God's goodness and listen to something that's beautiful and uplifting and encouraging. And I hope that you find these that way. I will continue to do homeschool videos and Bible videos as I have time for them, but this is hopefully going to be an exciting series that you will enjoy. If you're a parent, and especially if you're a homeschool parent, you probably have dreams that are on hold. What is a dream or a longing that has been on your heart? Something to do or someone to become or somewhere to go that you've had to table for now? Or did you even let go of that dream? I'm not talking about dreams like whims or fancies. I mean, I would love to go to Europe, but that's not the kind of dream that I'm talking about. I'm talking more about God-given heart's desire. Let me give you some personal examples. I've wanted to teach the Bible since before I started seminary, so for 13 years. But God had other plans for me, and I had my first child just days after seminary graduation and felt that God wanted me to stay home with him full time. 3 more children later, and now we feel that God wants me to stay home with them and homeschool as far as I can see into the future. But that God-given heart's desire to teach the Bible, it's still there. Here's another one. I have a longing in my heart to adopt a child. My husband says now is not the right time. And I'm sure he's right. God has put him at the head of our marriage for a reason. And I really believe that my husband's voice is is God's voice telling me no, at least not right now. Yet the heart's desire to adopt is still there. I have more dreams, and I'm sure you do too. I would really like to be a missionary, but we feel that God wants us to stay in our current area, at least for now. So why did God place these desires in my heart if they aren't going to be realized? Well, maybe they will be. I'm only in my 30s, and if God so wills, it's possible, and even quite likely based on what I know of God, that He will fulfill these God-giving longings, probably in a bigger way than I can imagine. I may be a Bible-teaching missionary with adopted children, who knows? King David knew about a dream deferred. In fact, his dream was not to be realized through him at all. King David desired to build God a temple. And this desire was surely good and right, and it was God-honoring and not self-seeking. It was even put in his heart by God. But when David wanted to build God a temple, God said, "But you will not build the temple. Your very own son will build the temple for my honor." There's a challenge here, and there's a grace here. There surely must have been something challenging for David when God told him he would not get to fulfill that heart's desire. But the grace is that David's son would. And honestly, I've thought very realistically, maybe my children are the ones to fulfill the dreams that God has put in my heart. And that would really be wonderful. There's one more thing to consider though, and I will credit Pastor James McDonald's radio show for highlighting this verse for me. God says something very important about David's desire. "But the Lord said to David, my father, whereas it was in your heart to build a house for my name, you did well that it was in your heart." God was pleased with David's heart because it was seeking after God. I think that God is pleased with my heart. The desire to adopt and care for orphans is a godly desire. The desire and longing to teach the Bible is after God's own heart. And the want to be a missionary and share the gospel with people who've never heard of it, that is of God. Whether or not I will personally do these things is up to God, but for now, I rest in the assurance that I did well, that it was in my heart too. If you like these devotional videos and if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.